Welcome to the Paloma Soccer Complex in Mesa, Arizona, bringing you today's matchup in the NAIA division between the Park University Gilbert Buccaneers and the Sierra Nevada University Eagles. I am Michael Donahue, and we are broadcasting this today on the Buccaneers Sports Network. It has been nearly 2 years since the Park University Gilbert Buccaneers have won a game. It was in their first matchup in a program history against South Mountain Community College. They have played tough the past two games. They fell in overtime 2 weeks ago against Benedictine Mesa. Last Sunday, they fell in double overtime to a nationally ranked team in Embry-Riddle. So they have a good chance today to end that losing streak against the aforementioned Sierra Nevada University Eagles. Coming in from snow all the way in Incline Village, Nevada, they sit at 1-5-1, 1-3-1 in the Cal Pac. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers sit at 0-8 and 0-5 in the Cal Pac Conference as the Eagles are taking the field in the Navy kits. Jack Hartley very impressed with how the Buccaneers have played during the last 2 weeks, even though the losses are still piling up. He says this is a special group that refuses to give up, and I love working for them. He was walking off the field with a smile on his face after giving up just one goal, as I said, to a nationally ranked team that beat them 7-0 earlier in the year. So you see the improvement starting to come together, and they feel like they have a great opportunity to finally get in the win column for the first time in 2 years today. As now the Buccaneers are taking the field in the maroon and gold kits. Starters for the Eagles in net: number 1, Ashley Baker; number 2, Isabel Morlotti; number 3, Matea Anderson; number 5, Jade Aguilar; number 6, Elle Murphy; number 7, Alexis Davila; number 8, Autumn Tellish; number 9, Mackenzie Dute; number 11, Elena Fisher; number 12, Anja Harrison; number 16, Audrey Schuler. And for the Buccaneers in net, number 0, Elizabeth Medina, followed by Hallie Benson, Alondra Castro, Peyton Simpson, Destiny Tacey, Vanessa Miller, Galilea Medina, Alexandria Thomas, Holly Thompson, Allison Washaka, and number 17, rounding out the lineup, Alexa Valvella. Kickoff about to get underway. Buccaneers coach by Jack Hartley in his first season with the team came over from William Penn. Before that, he was an assistant coach at Jamestown University in North Dakota, had a 50-23-5 record in 4 years there, and at the helm for the Eagles from Nevada in his third season is Kyle Kelly. Alma mater is Sonoma State University. 2019 in his first season had a 4-6-1 record. As kickoff is underway and the Buccaneers are controlling with Miller and Falvella. Ball trails a little too far for Miller, and that's going to be out of bounds. Quick throw in now for the Eagles. Tellish throws in for Dute. Battling with Favela. Working into the middle are the Eagles now. Dute still has the ball. Dancing around Tacey, and she'll have to turn back. Davila just pushes it into the corner where the Buccaneers will now have the ball. Miller throws it in. Valvella with the ball now, and she will push it up. Pass intended for Benson, but a foul has been called. Tacey's going to take the free kick. That matchup against Embry-Riddle, double overtime loss, and Elizabeth Medina has stood on her head, as she has done all season. Made a season high 18 saves. She faced 38 shots, 19 of them on goal, let in a rebound. As a kick there is easily handled by senior goaltender Ashley Baker. As the Buccaneers' first shot on goal in 2 games. They did not register a shot on goal against the Eagles of Embry-Riddle. So back-to-back Eagle games for the Buccaneers. Maybe this one will go a lot better, as Sierra Nevada is trying to work the ball through the middle. Favela getting in the way of that ball, but still in the possession of the Eagles. They came from Incline Village, Nevada. If you don't know where that is, it's currently snowing there. So they came from snow yesterday. I bet it's quite a shock to them right now, be playing in this. Long ball, Medina tracking it down, and she'll get there before the Eagles do. Just manages to kick it out of bounds. Throw in for the Eagles. Tellish looking for someone. No one really open there, and she just has to throw in a crowd. Mentioned earlier, the Eagles coming into this game 1-5-1. Their only win of this year came against Cal State Maritime in a 6-1 victory. Cal State Maritime winless on the year, so still a very good chance for the Buccaneers, hoping to pick up their first win in New Year's. And Medina blocks that shot from Anderson. Buccaneers are going to try to get another way, but push back there for Baker, and she'll reset her team. Far side of the field now for Aguilar. Ball is still being controlled at the moment by the Eagles. Ball goes out of bounds. Unclear who has the throw-in at the moment. Looks like the Eagles do. Oh, Murphy had to run a long way to track that ball down as the ball's in front, and Medina scoops that one up. She'll also reset. Ball played into the middle. Looking for Holly Thompson. Now Tellish plays it for Davila. Worked on by Washaka. Shaka turns around and is able to poke it out of bounds. Miller on the throw for the Bucks now. That is intercepted quickly by Davila. Poked away, and Favela has it up the wing now. Thompson now handling for the Buccaneers. Favela with Fisher right behind her, bumps into her, and that'll be a foul on Elena Fisher. Washaka on the free kick now, hoping to put this one in play for her team as she measures it. Just a low shot, nowhere really near the box. Casey hopping up from her defense position, playing it back toward Mittler. Pass into the corner, hits off an Eagle defender, and Miller will throw it back into play. Miller, very high kick into the box, looking for Alexandria Thomas. Valvella looking on Davila. Dute with the ball now. Throw in here now for Fisher. She works on the line, trying to put the one in play in the middle, and Tacey shuts that one off. Corner kick upcoming for the Eagles. Destiny Tacey, senior defenseman, one of the captains on this team, has been the anchor of this defense all season. She came up with a lot of big stops, shutting down some of Embry Riddle's key players. Kylie Bennett, just to name one. No goals until double overtime, as this one is played into the box and cleared away by the Bucks. Falvella trying to clear. She will not be able to. Murray plays it back to the wing, a little too far for her teammate, Autumn Tellish. Vanessa Miller throws it in. Tellish with a good play there. Able to take the ball away from Falvella. She throws it to Fisher, working on that low wing. Vanessa Miller's going to work on her. Fisher trying to get by Miller. Unable to. She throws it. Tacey heads it away before that ball ever gets to Elizabeth Medina. She looks a little shaken up, but good enough to continue. One of the main issues for the Bucks has been clearing the ball this season. Looks to be continuing on in the early going of this game. Didn't have a lot of offensive opportunities. In fact, no shots on goal registered against Embry Riddle. I mean, part of the reason is they barely had the ball in their own half to begin with. Ball trying to be played for Falvella and Thompson. Nothing going right now on offense for the Buccaneers as the Eagles will reset on their back line. Played back for Baker. She'll just boot it ahead for Murphy. Simpson boots that one away. Medina trying to cheer on her teammates. Buccaneers have only scored one goal this season. That came in their loss in overtime to Benedictine Mesa. Peyton Simpson, the only goal scorer on this team this year. They also didn't have a lot of goals last year. Alondra Castro, one of the only goal scorers on the team last year. Pass too far. Medina comes off her line, and she'll boot it away. Said earlier that this would be a good chance for the Bucks to finally pick up their first win in 2 years, and they haven't come out with much aggressiveness thus far. Obstruction call on the Buccaneers, and Tellish will play it short to her teammate. Eagles have been trying to work it in the middle. Buccaneer defense forces them to turn back. Aguilar plays it for Harrison. Castro's on her in that low corner. Ball out on Hallie Benson. So the Eagles will get another throw in. Not a ton of action so far in the early going. Eagles have had a couple of set pieces. They've controlled the ball well so far. Buccaneers did get the first shot on goal on the game, and since then they've been relatively quiet. Still a 0-0 game. Both teams members of the Cal Pac Conference, but they play in different divisions, so technically this is not a conference matchup, as Washaka comes up, ball off the corner, goes off her. So rinse and repeat now for the Eagles. Like Josie Harrison, that far corner, and she'll send it in. just outside the net coming in. So a goal kick upcoming. Just plays it off for Galilea Medina. She'll play it up to wing to Miller. She'll go. It's a foot race between Alexandria Thomas, and she's tripped up by Dute. It was an offsides call. Buccaneers thought they were getting a foul called on Dute. The hand came up before then. That what could have been the best chance, honestly, of the day for the Bucks. Alexandria Thomas streaking up that middle. It was the best counterattack we've seen from the Bucks so far today. Medina playing it up to Miller. But Thomas flagged for offsides. Washaka trying to play it in for Thompson. Miller. Medina. Ball being juggled around at the midline now. Neither team able to get control. Another call, not seeming to go the Buccaneers' way. Jack Hartley shaking his head right now. Ball played down the wing for Fisher. Medina closing in on her, and she's able to get by Medina, but not by Miller. Ball in the middle. Tacey forcing the Eagles to turn back. Elizabeth Medina sends this one away, looking for Favela, unable to get it down though. Thompson is able to get it down, and she'll play for Favela on the wing. Foot race between her and Dute clears it out of bounds. So Miller setting up for the throw on the Bucks, trying to get some sustained pressure in Eagle territory. Miller throws it in for Thompson. Just another sloppy throw, and refs getting in the way of the ball. Dute. Dute plays it up for Tellish. Tellish working in the middle of the field now. Tries to play it long for Fisher, and a little too long. Another goal kick upcoming for Medina. Coach Kyle Kelly encouraging his team to press a little more, and they have been the more aggressive team so far in this matchup. Bucks have struggled clearing as they have all season. Holly Benson trying to squeeze it between two defenders, and Elle Murphy would pick that one up now for the Eagles. Thompson with a teammate on her right. Alexandria Thomas playing it back. Washaka coming in now and out of bounds on the Bucks. Throw in now A good play. Simpson jabs it away, but unable to get the pass back from her teammate. And now the Eagles trying to get a counterattack of their own. Simpson able to hustle back. Eagles getting real physical with Peyton Simpson. Finally, a foul call is made. Galilea Medina now sends this into the middle. Immediately pushed back by the Eagles. Elena Fisher working on Vanessa Miller. Also, Washaka has the ball now. Sends it to Destiny Tacey and skies it out of bounds. Throwing now for Tellish. Galilea Medina looking up for Benson. Eagles just have to get it away. Taya Anderson now working on the right wing. Shut off by Castro. Still Eagles ball. Anderson now on the low corner. Medina right on her back.
We're a little far south, but okay. Right, exactly. Hey, watch the short, ladies.
Elizabeth Medina trying to clear it. Galilea Medina will take this one instead. Looking in the middle for Alexandria Thomas, and she'll finally get the ball, playing it back for Miller, and she whiffs on that one. So Washaka has to come back and recover. Off Elena Fisher. Elena Fisher, great play there to keep the ball in play. Fisher driving towards the middle of the field. Miller and Harrison working together now. Ball measured into the box. Nothing going on there. And offsides as the official puts the flag up. Buccaneers will try to reset. They've struggled clearing the ball so far. Nearing 24 minutes left to play in this first half. Still 0-0 between Park University Gilbert Buccaneers and the Sierra Nevada University Eagles. Ball a little too heavy for the Buccaneers, and it goes out of bounds again. Ball played back now for Ashley Baker. It's the Eagles backline doing a nice job of controlling the ball in this game, getting their offense set up again. And they've cleared the ball relatively easy now. Ball still working on the back line. Deuce has it. She'll play it up the middle, looking for Davila. And now Tellish has it on the wing. Eagles still trying to clear. And she trips over the ball. Falvella trying to reclaim. Tellish pokes it away. She'll run up now. hopping in on the attack from her defensive position, plays back for Davila. Nice recovery there from Autumn Tellish, just a freshman. Played on the wing now for the Eagles. Pass intended for Matea Anderson. No go there. Miller now jumping in. She'll send it long, and this one's going to roll right to Baker. So the attempt by Miller, a little too long for her teammates. Baker boots this one away. Looks like a water break's happening right now, so we'll keep it here for the time being. Mentioned earlier, Sierra Nevada coming all the way from snow yesterday. They have a great alpine ski and snow team, alpine ski and snowboarding team up there at Incline Village. I mean, multiple championships. Not a terribly big school. Only 37 or 371 undergraduate enrollments in 2019, but they've developed a really good ski and snowboard powerhouse in Nevada. As I said earlier, their only win came against, or for the transition now to their soccer team, their only win came against a winless Cal Maritime team. They had a loaded home schedule. Their first two games were on the road, but then they had California, Mesa, Soka, Antelope Valley. They had 5 games at home. One of them was canceled for COVID, no contest. So now out of their eight remaining games, only one will be played at home against Pacific Union College. So they're going to be in Arizona all weekend. They face Park Gilbert right now. And then on Sunday, they'll take a little trip down the road to Prescott, Arizona, where they'll take on the number 23 ranked Embry-Riddle Eagles. So a matchup of the same bird. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll play, this is their first matchup against Sierra Nevada in program history. They have another matchup against Simpson, which that'll also be their first matchup against Simpson in program history. Both teams are in the Cal Pac, but the Eagles are in the Cal Pac North. Buccaneers are in the Cal Pac Southwest, so this technically does not count as a conference matchup. In the Cal Pac North, those teams include California Merced, Pacific Union, Simpson, Sierra Nevada, and Cal Maritime. But still 0-0 now. 21:57 left to play in the first half. Pretty slow first half. Neither team really getting an advantage. The Eagles have controlled the ball mostly, but they failed to register a shot on goal as of yet. Buccaneers haven't controlled so much. They've managed to get a shot on goal against Ashley Baker, having a tough time clearing it, especially off goal kicks. Just not able to keep possession so far. So it'll be interesting what Jack Hartley does to maybe generate some offensive pressure now. I mentioned last game that Buccaneers, their roster compared to other teams in the conference is very small. They only have 20 players on their roster. Well, Sierra Nevada has even less, especially they're missing one player today, and freshman defenseman Megan Marino. So they only have one sub on the bench right now. So it'll be interesting to see, especially in this Arizona Heat's pretty nice compared to when the Buccaneers played in August against the Masters, but still probably hotter from where the Eagles came from, as Tacey pushing up the field. And this is a good counterattack now for the Bucks. Tacey hopping in from her defense position, carrying all the way up, and dude, forced to make a play. So a good run by Destiny Tacey. Now the Bucks have possession in their attacking third. Throw in for Thompson. She plays it to no one. Gabby Pinzone now in for the Buccaneers. Dude slicing her way through the Buccaneers in order to clear it. Plays it a little too far, and Tacey throwing it towards Benson. Benson unable to get a good first touch on it, and that rolls right to Baker. Buck still trying to hold possession. Peyton Simpson now trying to play it for Benson. Ball goes off the end line, off the Bucks, so a goal kick now upcoming for the Eagles. Ashley Baker made 4 saves in the team's only win this year. Guess some players to look out for is freshman forward number 3, Matea Anderson. She had a hat trick against Cal Maritime along with her teammate, freshman forward Elena Fisher. So a nice blend of youth for the Eagles, who shined in their only win this season, as Fisher now plays it forward for Anderson with Tacey and Pinzone trailing. Anderson working the ball back, measuring it far, looking for Sierra Edrolin. Edrolin checking in for the first time in this match.
Yeah, we could probably do it the next stop and dash. Ball on the side of the goal.
Galilea Medina sends this one away. Quickly played down by the Eagles. Dute now playing it forward for Moilati. Medina now coming up. Physical play by the Eagles. Galilea Medina just has to push it far and out of bounds, trying to connect with Pinzone on the play.
Drop, give her the depth. We need depth. Make the defender think. Hey, Arch, step back. There you go. Arch, if you drop back, that gives us that little bit of balance.
Jesse Harrison now on Tellis, trying to reset, looking for a way to get this ball in, and she does. To Moilati. Vanessa Miller now pushing the ball up. She'll send it for Thomas, and a foot race with Dute. Thomas will get there before. Just sends it in on that, easily recovered by Baker. So another shot on goal for the Buccaneers, but very easy save for Baker. Thomas trying to play it down to Pinzone. Pinzone and Tellish working on the low corner. And Pinzone has it now. She's looking to play in the middle for Washaka. Washaka has the ball stabbed away by Moilati. Hallie Thompson now can't seem to gain an edge against Audrey Schular, who's also making her first appearance into the game. 16:20 remaining in the first half between the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Zero zero between the two teams right now. Ball being played. Benson gets it away from Fisher. Eagles maintain, but they send it over the head. Al Murphy. Ball booted in the direction of Thomas. Washaka comes running in. Simpson now playing in the middle for Thompson. Badly weighted ball, though. Now go too far. Recovered by the Eagles and Tellish. She'll play it back for Baker. Eagles have done a nice job of being able to reset when the Bucks do finally get some sustained pressure in their zone. Washaka, good play there, trying to get the ball back. See if a counterattack. Harrison pushing for the Eagles. Down the wing now. Tacey having to come over, and she's able to sniff that one out and play it out of bounds.
I know it's not marked, but that side of the 18 is too far.
Harrison throws it in. Tatlish now, pin zone, trying to turn her around. Played back for Aguilar. Tries giving it to her teammate, but nothing going there. So now for the Bucks, Benson trying to clear herself. Swarmed by a couple of Eagles. The pace of play is starting to slow down once again for these two teams. Eagles have scored 9 goals on the season, 6 of them coming in the team's only win against California Maritime. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers have only scored 1 goal, courtesy of Peyton Simpson on the year. That came against Benedictine Mesa. Buccaneers will see Benedictine Mesa at home next Friday. Actually, next Sunday, excuse me. So maybe hoping for a little revenge. The Buccaneers started out with a loaded away schedule. They opened up at home against the Masters in 06 loss. And since then, they have played 6 straight road games. So they'll have a mini 4-game homestand before going back out on another California road trip against Soka and Marymount. Then return home to finish out the season against Westcliff and St. Catherine. Kind of the opposite right situation for the Eagles. They open up with 2 games on the road and 5 games at home. And so now out of their remaining games, they will have 1 game at home against Pacific Union College, and that's going to be played at a neutral site near Tahoe. Talish working on pin zone. She gains an edge there. She's driving inside, leaves it off for Anderson. She's in the middle, and that one is stuffed out by Simpson. She'll just play it out of bounds. Fisher on the throw-in. Sends it across, and no one was there, and Benson intercepts now. Not a good first touch for Benson, who could have had a good counterattack on the way. But good play there by Aguilar. Prevented counterattack. Good ball by Tacey. Pin zone trying to check it down. Dude's coming in on her left. That ball is pushed out of bounds by Dute. So substitution coming in. Number 7, Jennifer Gonzalez. Coming in for Hallie Thompson. Gonzalez, one of the few players on this team from out of state. Junior midfielder from El Paso, Texas. Played her first 2 years of school at Dodge City Community College in Kansas. So pretty well traveled. Gonzalez coming from the south in Texas to the Midwest. Low plains in Kansas, now in the desert heat of Arizona. Coach Hartley maybe looking for a little change of pace now, taking off the big body, and Thompson switching out for Gonzalez, only standing at 5'2". Maybe trying to get a little more pace in. So the Eagles are going to play 10v11 at the moment, as Mulati is getting checked out by the trainer. Looks like a nosebleed or maybe a cut on the lip.
Ladies, we build. They haven't shown they can stop you. Why are we resorting to the long?
So she's getting worked on the trainer. Possible advantage now for the Buccaneers, playing with a girl advantage.
Yeah, Joes, win the second. Win the second, Joes.
Simpson working in the middle, trying to play it back out to pin zone. That ball is just going to roll out of bounds. So Eagles now have struggled to clear in the last couple of minutes. Buccaneers haven't been able to generate that into any shots yet. Pin zone, playing it short to Thomas. She's looking into the middle for Simpson. Jennifer Gonzalez. Ball just kind of battering around at the moment. Neither team able to break through. Simpson tries to get through. Thomas recovers. Buccaneers pull back out at the moment. Thomas leaves it off for Gonzalez. She'll play it far for Miller. Intercepted by Fisher. And maybe a counterattack now for the Eagles. Anderson will carry up. Plays it too far for her teammate. Medina recovers that one, and she'll push it up herself. Pin zone, Baker in a dash for the ball, and Baker gets there first, plays it out. So throw in upcoming for the Bucks. 0-0, 7.5 minutes left in the first half between two Cal Pac members, the Park Gilbert Buccaneers and the Sierra Nevada University Eagles. Tacey running over, cover this one. Tacey on the throw-in now, gets it into Gonzalez. Gonzalez unable to get it down and out of bounds, so Tellish with the throw-in. Neither team able to control now. Buccaneers trying to get it down and out. Going to call on the Eagles. We'll give Medina free kick now. Medina sends it in. And a shot by Benson off the bounce. Saved by Baker. So by my count, 3 shots on goal for the Bucks. Didn't have a single shot last game against the Embry-Riddle Eagles. So some improvement now in these last 15 minutes of the half. The Bucks have really shown some sustained offense. Team that's only allowed, or a team that's only scored 1 goal, and they're averaging under 2 shots a game. Just 2 shots, not even on goal, while giving up 26.6. Elizabeth Medina, I mean, if you look at some of the box scores, these games can be a lot worse, but Elizabeth Medina in net for the Buccaneers really stands on her head. She had 15 saves against Benedictine Mesa, 18 saves against Embry-Riddle, both overtime losses. So maybe trying to turn the corner now, and she's had some pressure taken off her so far today by this Buccaneers offense. Under the 5-minute mark now. See if either team tries to pick up the pace, go into halftime with a lead. Isabel Morlotti for the Eagles back in after getting bandaged up by the training staff here. Looked to have a bloody nose or some sort of bloody lip. Had to be taken off. Eagles were playing man down. Ball played far. Looks like Ale Medina will just push it back for Lisbeth. And out of play.
When we win this ball, either in the midfield in front of you, you guys need to drop to provide that depth. We're standing waiting for either Autumn or the midfield to find a way out. Provide that option by dropping off. Make those forward stick.
Not a lot of balls around the outside of the pitch today, so the Eagles and the Bucks have kind of had to run a long way to get a ball for a throw-in. Another ball that goes over the hill. Looks like a parent tracking that one down. Sends it off for Castro. Mentioned how thin this Eagle roster was. Alexis Davila has been working on either hip flexor or some sort of ankle injury in the first half, so that would be a huge blow. Davila, one of the only upperclassmen on this team, a junior midfielder. She had an assist against Cal Maritime, so that would be another big blow to this Eagle roster that's shorthanded to begin with. Only had 1 sub coming into this game, especially with Megan Marino out. She's currently in street clothes taking pictures for the Eagles.
How much time do we have, sir?
So the Revs have about 30 more seconds on the clock than is showing up right now, so a little over 2 minutes left in this first half. 0-0 is the score. So if that clock hits 0, just keep in mind, I'll probably go on for another couple of seconds unless we're able to change it beforehand. Peyton Simpson now taking the run for the Bucks. Ball goes out off the Bucks. Eagles throw, and no team has generated much in these last couple of minutes now. Eagles have had more possession. Looks like the ball went out of bounds and a late whistle there. Aguilar tries to clear that one away. Simpson shielding off her defender as she plays it back for Washaka. Eagles just controlling with the back line right now. Looking for something in this final minute. Fisher with pin zone in front of her. Plays it forward. Looking for Tellish and just too far. Medina comes on her line for what felt like the first time in a while. She's relatively stayed on the net. Pin zone now with a chance. Fisher right beside her, and a good bump off from Fisher to get the ball away from pin zone. Aguilar running up the sideline now. So that is, after some discussion, that is going to be halftime here at the Paloma Soccer Complex in Mesa, Arizona. Sierra Nevada University Eagles 0, Park University Gilbert Buccaneers 0. Seen her running around on the field today. Alexandria Thomas sat down with the Buccaneers Sports Network on this latest edition to get to know one of your soccer players.
Tobin Heath.
Tobin Heath, why?
She's very tactical on the ball and very smart with what she does. Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy.
Having fun and making memories with the team. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, why Spider-Man?
I've watched him since I was little and I've loved Spider-Man. Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Because it gives a good sweet taste to pizza.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're meeting right now. Do you need anything else? Let's hey, take it from the center. You're only adjusting. Ladies, adjusting. Can we find the gaps in between the wing, the center back and outside back? That's an attacking midfielder. Playing that ball. Doesn't have to be among people. Just has to be a ball where our wingers can get it behind. Now two, we're not waiting for our wingers to go one-on-one with the keeper, beat that next center back. We've got to have a striker, an attacking midfielder, all finding that next ball. Yes. Done.
It was going the whole first half.
I'll play with it after everything starts up.
I'm ready. Welcome back to second half action in this NAIA matchup between the Park University Gilbert Buccaneers and the Sierra Nevada University Eagles. 0-0 through 45 minutes of play. Neither team really able to break through. The Buccaneers, after being held without a shot on goal against the Embry-Riddle Eagles last week, have actually generated quite a few chances in that first half. They had 3 shots on goal, none of which really tested senior goalkeeper Ashley Baker, but Elizabeth Medina has stood on her head all season for the Bucks, and yet she had a pretty tamed first half, probably the least amount of work she's seen in a half this season. But for Coach Kyle Kelly on the Eagles, he definitely wants to see his team break into the gaps. Says the Bucks have a fast back line, but he's trying to maneuver his way around that. And Jack Hartley, he just wants his team to show some more efforts. There were some defensive gaps in the first half that he was screaming about on the sideline. So the Bucks hope to get their first win in nearly 2 years. It's going to be some mental mistakes that they have to clean up if they hope to pull this one off. Technically, both teams are members of the Cal Pac Conference, but the Buccaneers are in the Cal Pac Southwest. The Sierra Nevada is in the Cal Pac North, so this does not count towards any conference standings or conference matchups. In fact, the Buccaneers will be taking on another Cal Pac North member in Simpson on Sunday. Action has been underway for about a couple minutes now, as Medina coming off her line to just scoop up a free ball. He's going to punt this one away. Mentioned a couple minutes ago that Buccaneers were held without a shot on goal against Embry-Riddle last week. I mean, shots have been very hard to come by for this Buccaneers team under Coach Jack Hartley. I mean, averaging under 2 shots a game, meanwhile giving up over 26. So not exactly a recipe for success, but they've looked a lot better. They getting in the ebbs and flows of this game. The Eagles came out, they controlled the ball for the first couple of minutes, and then Buccaneers towards the back end of the first half really started to get some chances and hold it. The Eagles struggled to clear the ball. Kyle Kelly doesn't want his Eagle team to play long. He wants it more centralized. So see the halftime adjustments from both coaches now as each team is trying to break through in this second half. Make sure to stay tuned after as the men's and women's team for the Buccaneers and the Eagles will also face off. Looks like the referee's having a discussion. Looks like they move the Buccaneers, they move this tent back so the referees have enough room to run up and down the sideline. Looks like Kelly's Eagles team will do that as well. Kind of a weird place to stop it. I didn't hear anything about this becoming an issue in the first half, and so the clock is stopped while they fix this issue, and Harley's having a pretty intense conversation with the referee right now. So as they're getting this sorted out, just give you a recap. It's 0-0, maybe a little look ahead to each of these teams' schedule. As mentioned earlier, Buccaneers are going to face another team from the Cal Pac North in Simpson on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Eagles are just going to take a little trip down the road in Arizona, take on the number 23 Embry-Riddle Eagles in the Battle of the Same Bird. Then they will return home to Nevada and play Pacific Union College before heading out for a 5-game road trip to end the season. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers will actually have more home games coming up. They have Benedictine Mesa next Sunday after falling 1-2 in overtime a week ago. They're going to look to avenge that loss. And then they're going to go on the road to Soka University in Marymount, California before returning home to finish out their season against Westcliff and St. Catherine. Looks like both tents have been moved back for both teams, and play should resume here soon. The lead official still discussing with Hartley over on the sideline. And now Elizabeth Medina might actually have a chance to kick this one off. She was about to boot it away before lead officials stopped the clock to address the issues on the sideline. The Eagles have controlled the ball so far. Players got a little bit of an extended halftime. Buccaneers still looking for their first win in 2 years. They currently sit at 0-8, 0-5 in the Cal Pac Conference. Their first win in program history actually came in their first match as a program against South Mountain Community College. Big boot from Medina. Benson trying to run it down, and Baker swallows that one up. She'll give it a boot herself. Simpson and Mulati are going to battle for it. Pin zone gets the start in the second half after not seeing the start in the first half. Castro on the throw-in. She sends it right to Mulati. Thomas trying to check down Aguilar. Baker will play this one short. Gonzalez now possession deep into the attacking third. She is shut off by Schuler. Castro on the back line, playing it back for Washaka. Dangerous pass there as Matea Anderson and Galeno Medina run into each other. That could have been a good counterattack the other way for Anderson. Just a freshman, but she scored a hat trick in the team's only win against Cal State Maritime. So definitely a lethal goal scorer for this Eagles squad. Throw in now for the Bucks, looking for Gonzalez. Murphy trying to play it forward. Castro and Edrelin. Throw in for Anderson. Medina right on her back hip. Eagles trying to apply a little bit more pressure now. It's one of the defensemen. Aguilar starting to press up for the Eagles. Ball has just been kind of sitting in the corner. Neither team really gaining possession of it. So another throw-in, this time in favor of the Bucks, as they'll attempt to clear. Thomas trying to get past Duke to no avail. Big ball, Medina not able to get it down right away. And here's going to be a chance for Anderson. Anderson's going to measure that ball. It is saved by Medina. Ball still out in front. Say Medina made the save out of bounds. There's an Eagles player down right now, and that's here, Ederlin. Tough to see what happened. There's no one really on her. Just kind of hit the deck hard. She'll get up gingerly as the Eagles are going to set up for a corner kick. But the Eagles' best chance of the day coming courtesy of Taya Anderson. She got the ball mishandled by Medina. She almost made him pay. Ball measured into the box. Little too high. It's going to stumble to Anderson. Trying to play it in for Fisher and cleared away by the Bucks. Dute with the throw in. Anderson in the middle trying to fire off Tacey. Tacey forwards her turn around. Ball still being played back by the Eagles. Throwing now for the Eagles. Pace of play slowing down for both teams now. Eagles had their best chance just a couple minutes ago from Anderson. And she has the ball now. Castro right behind her, playing it into the middle. And that ball had a chance. Medina going post to post and knock that one down. And she'll recover it and boot it away. Gonzalez trying to play it forward, looking for Thomas. And Baker is there once again. Gonzalez now for the Bucks in the middle, shut off by L. Murphy. Buccaneers able to get back. Gonzalez trying to fit it through to Thomas, and that one is shut off by the Eagles, and they'll try turning it the other way. Physical play there from Simpson on Murlati. Duke now plays it for the Eagles on the back line. Sending it forward. Anderson now cutting into the middle. And Washaka able to swipe the ball away from Anderson. The clear attempt fails, but the Eagles are going to have to reset on offense once again. Tacey working in the middle, and Anderson got a little too physical. Ref didn't seem to take exception to that on a foul on the freshman forward. So Medina will clear. Kick for Benson. Al Murphy tries to push the ball to where there was no one. And Simpson was able to track that one down, trying to play it through the pin zone. She falls down, no call yet. Referee does make a call. So Simpson now try to play this one into the box. 3-4 Buccaneers on the right side. On the bottom of your screen, they're going to try to make a run into the box. And Simpson is measuring this one up. She'll send her in. It's very low and off target. Easy stop from Baker. Don't know if Simpson planned on shooting it. Certainly looked like a shot because she had 4 Buccaneers on her right side that she could have set one up to. I didn't see a flag up. So Peyton Simpson gets off very gingerly. She limped off the field there. So Hallie Thompson comes in. Simpson, the only goal scorer on this Buccaneers squad, scored in the 73rd minute against Benedictine Mesa. Medina trying to play one through. She almost gets to clear the ball single-handedly. Aguilar sets back up. Over on the wing now for Murphy. Playing it to Edrelin. and Castro pokes it out of bounds.
Let's get the ball into Tia's feet. Into Bella's feet. Good touch, good touch.
Big ball looking for Anderson. They're trying to get the ball to her more this second half, but haven't been able to yet. A long ball. Benson trying to track it down. She is in a foot race with Tellish. I think the ball went off Tellish, so this will be a throw-in now for Benson and the Bucks. As almost 15 minutes, 1/3 of this second half done. A 0-0 tie so far. Neither team producing much heat for the goalies to stop. And if this game happens to go into overtime, it will be the third straight overtime match the Bucks have played in. Washaka able to get that ball down, looking for some teammates. Try clear it into. She blasts it right at Schuler for the Eagles. And the ball remains in the offensive half for Sierra Nevada. Murphy trying to play in the middle towards Anderson. That ball is just off target to the left.
Hey, B, Bella. That ball, that's brilliant. You're in space, right? No pressure, huh? Continue. She's running against 3D. I know you think you've got that ball.
Sierra Nevada tracks that ball down, and Duke will carry up once again. Fisher on the wing now, working on Miller.
Yes, get in, El. Back door. Why not? Why not, El? Why not?
Looking to force him down. Duke has a lot of room to run, and she'll go into the middle. Thomas is on her back hip and able to stab the ball away into the feet of Medina. Duke still playing in the middle, coming up from her defense position. Aguilar now also getting sucked low. As Everlyn working on Castro in that low corner. One Bucks player we haven't seen a lot of today is number 27, Josie Perez. She looks to be getting warmed up. She actually started in the last game against Embry-Riddle, so curious to see what Hartley's decision was of just keeping her on the bench as of right now, and she's coming up to the table. Check in. Benson. Buccaneers calling for a handball there. Tough to see with this sun bearing down on me. So slow start to this second half now. 28 minutes left, barring a goal by either squad or barring going into overtime a 0-0 tie, which is, this match has definitely looked the part so far. Falvella and Perez coming into the match. Pinzone and Alexandria Thomas coming off. Galloway and Medina, stout defender, looking for Falvella, who just checked in. Good ball that would have been, but Murphy got her foot on it to shut that one off. Looks like Hartley subbing out both forwards, trying to get a little more speed in as the Bucks looking for their second goal of the season. Murphy trying to run down against Castro, and Castro shuts that one off. Valvella trying to play it for Thompson. Intercepted by Aguilar, and Aguilar pushing up the middle. Teammate on her right is Anderson. Anderson's going to measure it. Send this one bouncing into the box, and Tacey shuts that off. Fisher blasts it wide of the net, but off a Buccaneers defender, so another corner kick coming up for the Eagles, who have pretty much controlled the ball for the majority of this second half. They just haven't been able to test Lisbeth Medina quite yet. Cross in, Fisher able to get a piece of it. Ball just bobbling around in the box right now. Neither team able to get possession. The Bucs able to force it out for the time being. Played over for Murphy. Murphy tried sending it in. It was blocked by Falvella. Coming back for a forward position. And another block by Castro sends the ball out of play. Sub coming in now for the Eagles, Josie Harrison. Coming in for Fisher. So this will be a quick break for Fisher. Had 3 goals and 2 assists in their win, so she's definitely an important player the Eagles want to keep on the field. Perez working on Dude, and Dude gets the upper hand in that one. Dude throws it back for her goalie, Baker. Bucks working the clear again. Trying to play this one for Perez, but Buccaneers just not able to get their passes on target right now. Hartley trying to get more speed in the game, checking Perez and Falvella at the forward positions. Medina now intercepts that one. She's driving in the middle, has a teammate on her right, and that the flag come up. Hallie Benson, the freshman from Sandy, Utah, is called offsides. Aguilar carries in, trying to put it into the middle for Anderson. Anderson worked on by Tacey, has a teammate on the left. She'll give it up in favor of Harrison. Harrison makes a decision to play it back. Being careless with the ball was Schuler right there. Perez able to get that one off, and Aguilar comes in, sniffs out the pass intended for Falvella. Castro, the 2-on-1, and Castro gets the upper hand. Playing it to the middle, not a good pass. Eagles still have it. Thompson in front of Davila. Now Edrolin trying to get it in. She'll send it down into the corner for Murphy. Murphy able to play. She'll measure, send this one into the box, and bouncing around and hits no one. So ball able to bounce through the box untouched. As Benson tries to clear, it's blocked by Harrison. Finally able to get a foot on that one, but the Eagles retain possession. So after a short break, Edrolin, she's just swarmed by multiple Bucks defenders in the box right now. And Thompson carrying up, has a teammate on her left, decides not to use it. She'll send it deep for no one. So a water break going on. Just under 22 minutes. Substitution was made right before the clock was stopped. Elena Fisher comes in for Elle Murphy. So still 0-0. The Eagles have really controlled this ball in the second half, but they haven't generated a ton of pressure on stout goaltender Lisbeth Medina. A couple corner kicks. Tay Anderson had the best chance for the Eagles this game on a shot taken away from a Galilea Medina turnover, but Buccaneers, every time they get the ball over the midline, they just seem to be dumping it down into the corner for Ashley Baker to just scoop up and get back away. So Hartley wants his team to play a little bit faster. He's telling them that right now. He did sub in 2 fresh legs on the forward position in Alexa Favela and Josie Perez. Favela, a sophomore from Gilbert, Arizona, played on the Dakota Fusion amateur league soccer team during the summer. Had a couple Buccaneers actually play. Was one of Jack Hartley's first teams. He also played on the Dakota Fusion men's team, so wonder if that influence had anything to do with it, but nice to see some players during taking some of the off season going all the way up to North Dakota to get some soccer action in over the summer. I bet it feels a lot nicer there than it does in Arizona. I mean, the first game of the year, it was August 24th against the Masters, and it was, I think, 106 degrees. So, surprised none of the equipment here on the broadcast table overheated. You got a couple of tents now. Looks like the Paloma Soccer Complex is gearing up for a couple games or a tournament, it looks like. So, yeah, a couple nice tents that they let us use today. So, thank you for that. And then on the Josie Perez, just a freshman, played at Chola High School down in Tucson. She led her teams in goals sophomore, junior, and senior year. She did register an assist this season on the Peyton Simpson goal against the Red Hawks of Benedictine Mesa. We will start time on the kick. So a little bit over 21 minutes left. So Edgerlin for the Eagles carries up. Ball played into the middle of nowhere. Medina picks that one up. Medina carries over midline. She worked on 2 defenders, has the ball, and is forced to turn around. Castro with it now. Melody putting some good pressure, and she's able to take it away, playing it for Anderson. And Washaka pokes it away. Gonzalez now forces it up to Simpson. That pass is blocked by the Eagles. So Fisher the other way. Stabs it forward to Anderson, and Anderson was offsides. So it did look for a second Anderson was going to have a good run at the goal. But whistle for offsides will halt the attack for the Eagles for the meantime. So Millardi playing into the middle. Trying to set up on the far side. Medina coming off her line and scoop that one up. Fisher was the closest Eagle in territory. Ball bounces. Perez going to get it down, and she will. Aguilar on her right. Perez able to get by Aguilar. She's chasing down on her back hip. This is going to be the deepest that the Bucks have actually had possession. Peyton Simpson working towards the middle, and she's going to shoot that one, and went off of Audrey Schuler, and Ashley Baker able to bat that one down and recover. So the best chance of the second half, courtesy of Peyton Simpson for the Bucks. Shot got blocked in front on the recovery from Schuler. But good job by Josie Perez getting the ball in deep, giving up for Simpson. Simpson trying to make a play. Still 0-0. Anderson on the run now. Medina right by her. And a collision in the box. And Galilea Medina is down. So plenty of contact between both the Medinas and Anderson. And they're going to stop the clock as the training staff is going to come down. I mean, so she just rolled over now, but she did not move for a good couple of seconds. And this would be a big loss for the Buccaneers squad. Freshman defender Galilea Medina down. She has really anchored this back line for the Buccaneers this season.
Actually, right back there, I guess, noticed it.
She really flies around on that defense. You've seen a couple of times today being able to jump up on the attack, coming up from the middle to snuff out some passes.
Oh, there it is. 18:51. Oh, you're good, man.
So clock is stopped at 18:51 right now. Tough to see what happened. I mean, it was a big collision. Medina was on the back hip of Matea Anderson as she was running into the box trying to get a goal opportunity for the Eagles. Lisbeth Medina coming off her line. And a pretty heavy collision. Galilea gets the worst of it, so she'll walk under her own power. Seems to be holding her back. Doesn't seem to have a limp or anything, so that's good to see if you're the Buccaneers and head coach Jack Hartley. So Gabby Pinzone will check in as replacement for Medina. Pinzone, another freshman from Centennial, Colorado. So see how the Bucks adjust, having one of their best defenders down. I mean, her and Tacey don't sub off the field at all. Ball's just kind of bobbling around, and Vanessa Miller able to clear. That was a long ball that Aguilar plays back for her goalie. Ball bouncing around near the midline. Fisher able to get it down. Worked on by Simpson. So still 0-0 with about 2/3 of this second half completed. Ball just outside the box. Looks like a deflection off Fisher's shoe. She wasn't expecting the pass. Goes right into Medina's grasp. She'll boot it away again. Another long ball, just Baker easily corrals. So free kick upcoming for the Eagles. Aguilar plays it short. Kelly, after being very proud of his team against Embry-Riddle, has kind of gotten a little frustrated here today. The Bucks haven't been able to really pinpoint their passes, trying to get into the offensive third. Back line having trouble jumping up on the attack, and just the transition from defense to offense hasn't been as clean as you would like to see, especially for a team that against Benedictine Mesa, against Embry-Riddle, I mean, they felt like they had a chance to win in those games, and this is a 0-0 game. They've gotten about 3 shots on goal, or 4 shots on goal, and there just seems to be a lack of urgency for the Bucks right now, as Sierra Nevada has really controlled this ball for most of the second half. This ball worked on again by the midfield. Just Eagles easily able to strip that ball away from Jennifer Gonzalez. Played in the middle now for the Eagles. Back out for Davila. She'll run down the wing. Playing it for Anderson. Anderson has Miller on her back. Trying to give it to Harrison. And that one is shut off for the meantime. Dude coming in from the defense to keep the ball in for the Eagles, and Simpson just has to clear it away for the Bucks. Ball just bouncing through the box, coming on the foot of Elena Fisher. She tried to play it off the bounce, just sliced it wide right.
Yes. Now, put her back in. Let's go. Yes, can we go quick? Up our tempo, ladies.
Eagles trying to play faster now after another turnover off the clear attempt for the Bucks. Goal kick was played short. Now here comes Edrolin trying to play it in for Anderson, and Tacey deflects that one away. Aguilar for the Eagles plays it lower for Fisher. Gives it back to Aguilar.
Hey, let's help her, ladies. We're letting her do
No options for Aguilar, but
You're not screaming for it.
Simpson pushes it out. So throw in upcoming for the Eagles. It's just under 14 minutes left in this second half. Throw in goes right to Simpson. She'll play it up for Favela. In the middle of the field, no Bucks were there except just one Eagle, and that was Audrey Schuler. Bouncing ball. Medina jumps up to get that one with Morlati. Hallie Benson offsides. Doesn't matter as the ball goes out of bounds. See a couple of offsides ball go against Hallie Benson, just not able to tie up her jumps quite yet. Hartley and the coaching staff actually switched Benson to defense for the second half against Embry-Riddle. So she's played a handful of positions for this Bucks team this year as Washaka carries into the middle and tries to play it up, but the wall of Eagles, headlined by Mackenzie Dute, deflects that one away. Dute, another freshman, and this is a young defense with the exception of Jade Aguilar. You got Autumn Tellish, Mackenzie Dute, Megan Marino, who's not playing today, but they're all freshmen on this team. And then you consider Isabel Malati, Matea Anderson, Elena Fisher. They're also off. Josie Harrison as well. So a lot of young pieces that I'm sure head coach Kyle Kelly is excited to keep coaching for 4 years at Sierra Nevada. Kelly just his third year as the head coach. So Benson gets subbed off.
Let's connect our way through and not force it. Atlanta, look for the space between the defensive line and their holding mid. A lot of space to receive in those spaces.
Ball tried playing through. No one really there for the Eagles, so Washaka would track that one down.
Yeah, Bill. Drop right, Bill.
Washaka plays up for Falvella. Fisher able to get a piece on it and disrupt that pass. So Castro trying to get it in, playing it for Miller, and that one's deflected by Harrison. Now ball on the far sideline. Played by Tellish. Tellish will carry into the middle of the field. Play it for Fisher. Fisher one-on-one with Castro, and Castro able to poke it away. Minutes left in the second half. This one's setting up to go into overtime again, but Mulardi splits the fence. Mulardi in alone, and so take a shot and just wide. Isabel Mulardi easily just blew past Washaka. And a great counterattack from the Eagles almost gives them the first goal of the match for either squad. Anderson was also sitting on that back post, but I'm pretty sure Mulardi wanted the goal for himself, for herself. Gonzalez now as the Bucks try to form their own counterattack, but another pass just heavy. I mean, all these passes in the offensive zone for the Bucks just seem to be heavy. They haven't seemed to found the right touch today. It's Fisher and Castro. Body up for the ball. Fisher worked on by two defenders. So substitution coming in now, number 6, Al Murphy will come in for Alexis Davila.
Drop into the 10. Elena, I'm going to have you step up as a double.
Washaka just carrying up, had plenty of space, but just a bad pass, gave it right to Fisher. Josie Harrison now in the low corner. Gives it back up for Fisher. Fisher played into the middle for Mulardi. Back down to Harrison, and that ball is too far.
Up top with Josie. Tia. Where is she? You got the 10. Perfect. Joe. Up there.
So the Eagles providing a lot of pressure now with time winding down in this second half. Trying to escape their first bout in Arizona with a win before traveling to Prescott on Sunday to challenge the 23rd ranked Embry-Riddle Eagles. A far shot there by Autumn Tellish. Easily saved by Medina, not easily controlled, but no one was really there to try to put that one away. The goal against Embry-Riddle last week was actually off a rebound.
the 1 minute,
Stop just
just
trying to
yell out
kick
as
it
loud as you
through.
can. 1 minute. Okay.
Did it count down from 10, right?
Yep.
Find the line, find the line.
Looks like Anderson's a little off size right now. She'll have to jump back on. She'll get back on as Fisher gives it up. Anderson now streaking down. Anderson in front! And no one there. Harrison, closest one to it.
Well done. Elena.
But the Eagles are getting their best chances late
Hold on to it a little long.
in this game.
Tia, love the run. Hold line. Hey. Al, you got a chip.
These forwards are providing great pressure right now for the Eagles. And great job in the midline there. Schuler gets the turnover. Harrison working on Tacey. Harrison trying to get the better of Tacey, and Washaka able to get there and clean up the mess.
Joes, way we face, we don't need to force it.
But Park has really just been unsettled in these last 10 minutes or so. Ball is just getting into the box way too easily right now for the Eagles.
Elena, I want you as that second striker.
And the Bucks just not able to clear at all. So here's another chance for the Eagles if they can generate something here. Fisher plays it back for Aguilar into the middle for Harrison. Harrison shut off by Tacey, tripped up there, and that will be a whistle.
Ladies, way we face it, quick. Ball off your foot.
So 4:30 left. And could it be a third straight game for the Buccaneers heading to overtime? They can hold off the Eagles for these final 4 minutes. Aguilar cuts off that pass. Howie Benson at the table.
Ladies, every ball we win, I need a runner through. Elena, you're up.
So Holly Benson coming in for Favela. Castro on the throw-in.
Play, you have it red.
Jade Aguilar just all over the defense for the Eagles today. She snuffs another pass out. Castro trying to find something for the Bucks. Tries fitting it in for Perez, but Ederlin able to come away with that one. Gives it away to the Bucks. Gonzalez getting swarmed by two Eagles. Still has the ball. Plays it back for Castro. Castro plays into the middle. Nothing there. Counterattack. Slowed down for the Eagles. Ederlin tries playing it into the middle. Only one went there was Tacey. Benson plays it back. Fisher gets it away from Castro. Able to poke it by her. Here comes Washaka. Aguilar throwing it down the line. Castro pokes away. Benson on the wing now. Dude chasing her down. Dude gets over there and pokes it away.
I didn't know that you have to come through here for subs. I thought you could just walk up. Okay.
That ball is out of bounds.
That's up.
Ellen.
So sub coming in. last minute sub for the Eagles. Davila coming in for Morlati.
You had her back to her handball blue.
Yeah, but you got knocked into that.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
This way?
Yes.
I got leveled
Yes.
off. Thank you.
1 minute. 1 minute.
It's still in a natural.
I do it right?
You got it. Yeah, true. Your turn.
So 1 minute left in the second half between the Buccaneers and the Eagles. Ball is bouncing around there and goes wide as Stobert tried chasing that ball in. So the Eagles just about a little under 30 seconds now. Bucks with a last chance corner kick. See if they can end it here. Otherwise, it's a third straight match. Low corner, bouncing in the box. Aguilar clears it.
10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We good.
So that will do
I didn't know the whole 10.
regulation in this NAIA matchup between the Park University Gilbert Buccaneers and the Sierra Nevada University Eagles. Score is knotted up at 0-0. So there will be two 10-minute overtime periods. If a score isn't decided between then, both these teams will tie. It is golden goal. Lisbeth Medina and Ashley Baker doing their best to keep this one scoreless. Buccaneers had a good chance, and with under a minute left, Cheyenne Stobert unable to get the ball that was kind of trickling through to the back post. But the Eagles really showed out in that second half. They had a lot of chances, specifically with Fisher and Anderson. Those are their two goal scorers on this squad. So from coming the snow into the desert, the Eagles are trying to leave here with a victory. We'll take a short break on the Buccaneers Sports Network. I'm Michael Donahue. Make sure to stick around for the remaining action in overtime between the Buccaneers and the Eagles. Liked what he saw from his team in the second half. They like getting this Bucks defense spread and attacking the middle, and you've seen that just far. Bucks trying to get some more speed. So with two overtime periods left, let's see if Hartley can get his team to empty the tank. They do not play until they also have a match this Sunday against Simpson, another Cal Pac North foe. Technically, these games do not count towards Cal Pac standings, even though they are technically in the Cal Pac Conference. Different divisions, though. The Bucks just having troubles clearing the ball and sustain offensive pressure, but Tacey hopping into the rush a little bit, which we didn't see much of that in the first two halves.
Ladies, we've got to go to the ball. Want the ball.
So, rules of overtime, there will be two 10-minute overtime periods, each with a golden goal. And if a winner cannot be decided at the end of the second overtime period, it will be a draw. Buccaneers finished with one draw last year on their way to an 0-5-1 record. Only saw three teams from the Cal Pac Conference, played each team twice in a COVID-shortened season. Buccaneers still searching for that first win since their first game in program history when they beat South Mountain Community College. It has been tough sledding ever since. First year head coach Jack Hartley is definitely looking to turn this team around. He's gotten some good contributions out of some freshmen, and he had some transfers. Over 10 players came into this program after Jack Hartley took over the summer. So Perez now driving down the wing. Dute, close follow, and Dute pokes that one away. It's been really interesting to see the mood of head coach Jack Hartley today. I mean, when he was walking off the field, even in a defeat against Embry-Riddle, he was smiling. He said, the ladies have been working extremely hard over the past couple of weeks. Today it's been a bit more of frustration. Sierra Nevada coming in here with a 1-5-1 record. Their only win coming over a winless Cal State Maritime team. So I think the feeling for Hartley, off of Hartley and the Bucks was that this was their opportunity to win today, but I think the urgency has been lacking a little bit, and it's showing on the face of Hartley trying to get his team going for the last couple of minutes here in Mesa. Buccaneers have gotten some chances. They got some shots on goal. Couldn't say the same thing last week against the Eagles from Embry-Riddle. But Sierra Nevada definitely turned it on late in the second half. They had a couple of chances, especially one with Morlotti on a cross with Tate Anderson on the back post. It was just a little too far. And a yellow card has been given to Coach Hartley, arguing on the out-of-bounds call, and center official has had enough on the day.
Yellow card. Yellow. How much time? Yeah, how much time?
Seen the discussions between the officials and Hartley today, so finally in the overtime period he gets handed a yellow card. Bad play by the Eagles defense. Stobart trying to send that one in, and Ashley Baker's right there to scoop the ball off the ground. But Buccaneers coming out of this first overtime period, and they have been ready to play so far. Eagles really haven't had the ball in Bucks territory in this first overtime period, as Lisbeth Medina punts the ball away. Benson will play back. Ball just kind of be batted around at the midline right now. Kicked up. Sun's coming down. Some of these players starting to look like silhouettes in the shadows. Ball too far for Vanessa Miller, and this will lead to an Eagles throw-in.
What I'm looking at, though, is someone who's more comfortable checking back to the ball. And that's
Come on now.
Jennifer Gonzalez gives it to Stobart, trying for a give and go. Gonzalez trying to get it by Dude at the moment, plays it behind Thomas, and this will lead to another counterattack for the Eagles. But a bad decision there will just lead to another turnover. So the Eagles finally look like they have possession of the ball. They play forward to Fisher. And Fisher not able to get a first touch on it. Looked like a second that the hand was going to come up, but play on for Fisher. And just could not get a good touch on it, and that ball just careened towards Medina. A good chance for the Eagles to end this one, but they'll have to reset on offense. So it seems like the clock has stopped on the stream. But about 3 minutes left in the first overtime period between the Eagles and the Bucks. Will be a short break if teams can't score this period, about a 2-minute break, and then they'll be on for another 10 minutes.
Oh, I didn't even know you were there. Come on, honey. I'm sorry.
So Morlotti checks back into the game for, I believe, Sierra Edrelin.
That's right.
I'm not meaning to call you.
If you want to say, would you please stop? You're tipping all games. Just stop. No, we have another game to start. That's not. I'm not going to tell you again. Enough, or you're done.
Ball being bounced in the middle. Coach Harley getting his final warning from the officials. He's definitely been vocal this game, to say the least. Frustration starting to pour over a little bit. The Eagles are now controlling late into this overtime period. 1:40 left to play in the first overtime. Free kick upcoming for the Eagles.
Dust, sand, and sun didn't work. I don't know. Hopefully they turn them on because we're going to need them.
Oh yeah, but I'm sure they'll turn them on. I don't have any control over that, but I'm sure they.
So boot into the box, measuring up, and a header for Murphy wide of the net. So another good opportunity for the Eagles.
1 minute.
As 1 minute left in the first overtime period, a 0-0 tie thus far. The Buccaneers got off to a hot start at the beginning of this overtime period. It's been all Eagles ever since. Best chance right there from L. Murphy off the free kick. Simpson controls for the Bucks now. Under 30 seconds left. Clock ticks down. Looks like teams are going to play for this double overtime as the sun is starting to set in this one, making it pretty hard to see.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
The countdown finishes up here, and that is the end of the first overtime period. Still a 0-0 tie. Each team will take about a 2-minute break, and then 10 minutes of action left. Otherwise, this match will end in a tie between the Eagles and Bucks. I'm Michael Donahue. Make sure you stick around for the next matchup between the men's teams of the Eagles and Bucks. But for now, just a 2-minute break. So we'll take a short break with them. But make sure you continue to listen on in the Buccaneers Sports Network as the final 10 minutes of soccer is coming up next in Mesa. Make sure you continue to listen on in the Buccaneers. It is 0-0. Both goalkeepers in net have been pretty stalwart. Neither team really able to gain an edge. The Buccaneers came out in the first overtime period, and they looked very well, trying to empty the tank, get a goal. They've been silent pretty much since that first half. The Eagles really dominated the second half, and then also they dominated the second half of that first overtime period as well. With a couple minutes left, L. Murphy had a header that trickled wide that really could have ended the match. But it is still 0-0. This is the second consecutive double overtime game that Jack Hartley's squad has faced. They lost to Every Riddle last weekend, 1-0 in double overtime. each team trying to gain this edge. Sierra Nevada Eagles sitting at 1-5-1 on the year, 1-3-1 in Cal Pac play. The Buccaneers, they thought they had a good chance to win their first game in 2 years. You can definitely see the frustration mounting on head coach Jack Hartley, as you can see how much this win would really do for him in the program. His first year as a head coach, he spent 1 year at William Penn in Iowa. Before that, he spent 4 years as an assistant at Jamestown University in North Dakota, where he mounted a 50-23-5 record, still looking for that first win in Arizona for these Buccaneers. So let's see if both teams try to empty the tank and put some pressure on one another. Eagles are going to stay down here for the weekend. Excuse me, they're going to stay down here for the weekend as they face another Eagle team in Embry-Riddle, as a push from the Eagles is thwarted by sliding Lisbeth Medina, coming way off of her line, and she was held in check pretty much in the first half. We saw Lisbeth Medina stand on her head a lot in some of these games to try to keep the Buccaneers in it. She's done a lot less of that today, but still coming up with some key saves for the Buccaneers to keep this a scoreless game so far. So Allison Washaka will take this corner kick. With 6:40 left. She'll send this in on a line, deflected in front. The sun is definitely coming down as some shade is going over the goalies now. Harrison pokes it through, and Harrison's going to get a run at it now. Castro behind. She isn't going to be fast enough. Harrison's going to send it towards the middle, and a sprawling Medina. Ball went wide, so Medina didn't even have to get a piece of it. Also had Taya Anderson on that back post, so I'm not sure if Harrison was looking for the pass or looking for the shot. Either way, the ball went wide. Now another giveaway there from the Bucks. Putting in the middle for Harrison, and just not good power on that, and it just bounces to Medina. Definitely didn't generate enough power on that one. Now another giveaway by the Bucks. Castro that time. Anderson puts it wide. But that went off of Washaka playing defense. So corner kick upcoming for the Eagles. Coming down on the halfway mark. The winner isn't decided in these next 5 minutes. This match will end in a tie. It will be Sierra Nevada's second tie on the year. And it will be the Bucks' first non-loss since last season. Ball just being carelessly put in front of the box. Josie Harrison trying to set something up in the middle of the box. Her teammates didn't get there in time. Medina had to come off her line again and swoop that one. So Fisher worked on by Tacey. And a beam of a ball put on net. That is stopped by Medina, but definitely going for the rebound. That's how the last double overtime match ended for the Bucks, off a rebound for the Eagles. And now here comes the counterattack for the Bucks. Benson looked on by Schuler. That ball is placed out of bounds. Under 4 minutes left as the Bucks are trying to turn up the pace. Benson has the ball back in the low corner. Corner kick upcoming again for the Bucks. Actually looks like a goal kick, so Benson's ball must have went out of bounds before Dute poked it away. Ball is just hanging up in the air. No team able to get control for it at the moment. Gonzalez trying to poke it wide to her team on the right. That's Stobart making another appearance in this double overtime as Hartley's emptying the bench, trying to get fresh legs out there. Sure, as much as he doesn't want to lose, he doesn't really want to tie either. Turnover there for the Bucks. Simpson was trying to carry in. She had it knifed away. Thomas plays it for Castro. Castro has space. She'll carry forward. Plays it into the middle for Thomas. Anderson gets a black. Harrison, Anderson. Anderson with Castro on her hip. Anderson's going to try to run by her. And a foul was called there on Castro. So last minute opportunity, 1:50 on the clock. Davila. A free kick upcoming. She'll try to put this one in the box. This looks like a good ball. No one can get a jump on it. Mulardi ran over it. She tried to put it back down for a possible chance. And the Bucks turned them around again.
Ladies, 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute left. 1 minute to score a goal for either team. Otherwise, this one's ending in a tie. Stay tuned for the next matchup between the men's Eagles and Bucks teams. But a third consecutive match in overtime for the Bucks. See if they see any improvement. The first one was overtime. Second one was double overtime loss. So let's see if this one ends in a draw. Thomas arguing. Thomas arguing with the official on that call. That'll lead to another last chance. Everyone kind of crowding the box. A short one sent to Anderson on the wing. Anderson only has 17 seconds. Anderson worked on by Castro. Still on the wing.
10, 9,
Castro blocks it.
7,
Just got to keep it in play for right now.
4,
Anderson.
3, 2,
And this one is going to end in a tie between the Eagles and Bucks. So a 0-0 draw between the Sierra Nevada University Eagles and the University of Park Gilbert Buccaneers is how we are going to end this first match of a doubleheader here in Mesa. Sir Hartley has to be pleased with some sort of improvement in overtime, although he wanted the win today. But this is Hartley's first non-loss since he began coaching here. So Park Gilbert Buccaneers now have an 0-8-1 record, still an 0-5 record in the Cal Pac. Both these teams are technically in the Cal Pac, but since Sierra Nevada is in the North Division and Park Gilbert is in the Southwest Division, this does not count towards Cal Pac standings. Meanwhile, the Eagles now have a or 1-5-2 record, and then a 1-3-1 record in the Cal Pac. Well, it's been fun today. Teams picked up the pace definitely in overtime. The Eagles had some good chances in the second half. Bucks came out as the more aggressive team in the first half before kind of falling back into their conservative defense as we've seen this season. But for myself, Michael Donnie, and everyone at the Buccaneers Sports Network, we appreciate you listening in on this game today. Make sure to check out the other game on the schedule coming up next between the men's Buccaneers team and the men's Eagles team. But for now, signing off, I'm Michael Donahue from the Paloma Sports Complex in Mesa, Arizona, wishing you all a good night.